What is going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Class of 22. Sorry it's been a while, but I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas, a fantastic New Year, and you got everything you wanted to. For those of you who are watching who have just got FM18 for Christmas and looking at new series and stuff and finding the world of FM YouTube, welcome. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. One thing that has changed from the last episode, I'll get rid of showing you all the goals because it was just taking so long, and it was like 5 minutes in the last episode and I didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it, and I don't think people were either, so I apologise for that. So we'll go through the results, show a couple of goals, get on with the video, just plough through and get this first video of 2018 on FM out of the way. So without further ado, let's crack on, shall we? So in that last video you saw us win 3-1 against Barcelona. We followed that up with a 1-0 win over Watford thanks to Paul Pogba's goal. We then went to Manchester City and won 6-3 away in the Cup. An absolutely amazing result in a derby there. We then randomly lost 3-2 to Swansea City, which really blew my mind. Then we had the follow-up match against Barcelona, the second game of the Champions League against Barcelona. Well, obviously not the second game of the Champions League, but our second tie against Barcelona. I know what I mean, shut up. Anyway, here are the goals. It was one hell of a crazy game, but I loved it. It was such a back and forth game. Leo Messi got man of the match in this. He didn't score, but he put in such a fantastic performance. It was really Messi-esque. They took the lead on 8 minutes. We managed to pull back and equalise thanks to some beautiful play and a lovely headed finish from Gomez, who picked up a knock, as you can see there. But we were just playing really strangely at this point. We didn't deserve to go in front, but we managed to do so through Gelson, and it was just one of those matches where it was very back and forth. Like I said, we managed to get in the lead, and then Barca really switched it on. Another Messi assist for Luis Suarez to get in there with another goal. And at this point I was like, I'd take a point, 90 minutes, happy days. And then this happened. Luis Suarez gave them the lead. I was fuming. I was like literally storming off out the room. Went off out the room, came back, and this had happened. Silva had popped in the equaliser, and then he had got a deflected winner in the last minute of the game. It was an absolutely ridiculous match. And like I say, I went out the room, we were losing 3-2 with 90 minutes gone. I went downstairs, got a drink. I think I sat downstairs for like 20 minutes, came back and we won 4-3 and I couldn't believe it. We then followed that with a Liverpool victory, a 3-1 win, a beautiful win. We did score all 4 goals in that, but we put in a fantastic performance, sort of shake off the cobwebs that we picked up a bit in that Barca game. Burnley were dispatched 2-0, no problems in that match. We drew 1-1 with Sporting. They played really well, fully deserved. We then went on to draw 3-3 with Arsenal, a very frustrating game. They equalised in the 90th minute, which really peeved me off, to say the least. West Brom were beaten by 2-0. Marcus Rashford on the score sheet there. We then went to Gladbach and beat them by 6-0. So we'll have a look at the goals from that one. So it was another good victory for us in the Champions League. We started off the scoring for young Freddie Davidson, won the class of 22. He finished that beautifully, did really well. At this point, I kind of felt like maybe we were going to be in for a decent 2 or 3-0 win. I didn't expect it to finish the high score that it did. Andre Silva getting a second there, Ben Osborne setting him up for that. And we just played really well. Bunting's long ball over the top to Davidson, who took it into the area, found Silva to make it 3-0 in off the underside of the crossbar. And we were just playing some amazing football. Silva from the penalty spot, the keeper nearly saving it, but he managed to get it into the back of the net. At this point, I was just like, this could be a cricket score. Williams found Silva again, so he slotted in yet another. I mean, we had 27 shots and 15 on target in this match. It was rounded off there by Skinniar. Or was it Shrink Wrap I called it? It was Shrink Wrap, wasn't it, randomly? We then got dicked 5-0 by Middlesbrough in the Cup, and it was my fault. I fielded a weakened side, which was the Cup side, but a few of them were very tired and stuff, so we got beaten in the quarterfinals, well and truly beaten. But then obviously we bounced back in the league with a 6-1 win against Newcastle. Freddie Davidson on the score sheet yet again there. He started to pick up some goals now and get some form behind him. Silva got another hat-trick in a 3-2 win over Chelsea. And last time out, I drew 4-4 with Bournemouth in an absolutely crazy game. Absolutely crazy. But by the end of it, I'd happily take the point. I mean, they were winning 4-3 in the 91st minute and we managed to get a point, so I'll take a point. So that leads us into today's game. We're going to be playing Leicester today on the live com. But I just wanted to go through and have a little look and just see how some of the class of 22 have been sort of moving along in their development. So in terms of some of the key attributes, some of the higher attributes for Regan Bunting that we can see here, I don't really think there's been that many that have changed massively. He's got currently there's no sort of signs anything is going to, I mean, his crossing is slightly decreased, only very slightly by 0.2. That's not brilliant. What's his tackling? His tackling is slightly decreased as well, again by 0.2. Where's his passing? Surely I thought his passing would have gone up because of his crossfield balls, but that has also slightly decreased. He's had sort of upturns in certain areas, but at the moment I can't seem to find which ones they were. I had a look the other day when I was sort of just having a play around looking at things, and there was a couple of things that had quite a bit of an upturn, but it appears, according to this young man, that he hasn't changed anything at all, which is very disappointing. But I'm not too worried about that because he's been playing really, really well. We've seen him play over the past few weeks on the videos and stuff, and he's done well. I mean, he's made 14 appearances in the Premier League and he's got an average rating of 7.33, so he's not exactly a slouch, let's be honest. He's worth 8.25 million as well now, which is wonderful for a 17-year-old. Gavin Osborne, he's made 13 Premier League appearances. He's got an average rating of 7.4. He's got a couple of arrows going up, so we'll have a little look at how his attributes have changed, especially these ones. So his dribbling has gone up from 10.6 to 11, so a minor improvement there. His throw-ins have gone from 4 when we started up to 4.8, so they're basically at 5. So that's gone up well. His decisions have kind of steadily improved as we've gone along, up to 14, and now they're going up to 15. So he's on a good progression there, and his flair is starting to slowly improve, which I'm really pleased about. What's his determination been? His determination's been a steady 17 all along the way. So, you know, there's not been that much of an improvement there. What's his passing been? His passing has been steady as well. Just oh no, I thought there might have been a slight increase, but no, it's been steady. But all in all, in his key areas, he's kind of been a very steady performer. Is his work rate improved? No. His vision has gone up from 15 up to just under 16, so he's doing well in terms of he's reading the game a bit better, and his stamina's alright. His stamina's okay. A steady increase on his stamina, so not massively, but a bit of a steady increase. Freddie Davidson, I don't know if you can see this, but his finishing is improved. He's gone up by 1 on his finishing from 15 to 16, so that's good. We like that. Penalty taking is slightly improved as well. His heading has improved really quite well. He's gone from 10 to 12, so he's had a 2-point rise in that, so I'm pleased with that. His bravery has been a steady 15. Composure has gone up from 14, I think. Yeah, 14.8 to 15.6, so he's just about to hit the 16. Off the ball, there's been a steady improvement on that as well, from 11.8, soon be going up to 13. It says it's 13 there, so he's had a very decent sort of uplifting in that respect. And he's played 7 games, got 4 goals in the Premier League, 6.86 average rating. His Champions League rating, 1 goal in 1 and 1 assist of 9.20. So he's doing all on 9.2. So he's doing okay, Freddie. I'm pleased with how he's sort of developed. Jimmy Much is a bit of an enigma, really. I don't know, is he still Wonderkid status? Wrong one. Information. He is still Wonderkid status, but he doesn't seem to be hitting those heights just yet. He's played 6 Premier League games, got an average rating of 6.89. He's kind of just trotting along. at a steady pace at the moment. He has moments where he sort of really kicks on and does really well, and then he has moments where things just don't go his way at all. But if we ever look at his key areas, his crossing, I like to think his dribbling is quite key, his finishing, his technique, his determination has rocketed from 11 to 13. That's brilliant. What's his stamina like? His stamina's been steady. Teamwork steady. What's his vision? That's steady as well. So decisions have been a steady 11. So he's kind of been a bit of a steady Eddie, apart from the one thing that's gone really high is his determination from 11 to 13. His crossing has had a slight improvement, but nothing major as yet. I think it's going to be a case of some of them are going to need a lot more game time for it to really kick in for them. Greg Clark is up next. He's managed to make 8 Premier League appearances with 7.11 as his average rating, which is decent. He's done alright as well. He's shown to be better than what I initially thought he was going to be. We'll have a look at his heading, which has had a steady increase, which is good. His marking as well has been pretty steady. He was good at marking in the first place. His tackling's had a slight increase. His positioning, that's been pretty much steady Eddie along the way. His determination has gone from 13 up to 15, which is very nice indeed. His concentration has had a slight upturn in recent weeks, which I like as well. And his work rate has been pretty steady along the way. So he's developing slowly but nicely. He's kind of getting a few of his key attributes, not key attributes, but a few of his attributes that make him the player he is, such as his tackling, marking, heading and stuff. Those attributes are slightly upturning, which is good to see. Now, Ashley Harwood, he was the weak link. He was the real weak link in this group. He's played 5 Premier League games. He's got a 7.14 average rating, which is really, really good, I think, for a player of the calibre that he is. He's not the best player, like I say. I think he'll be the one that, when we do the experiment where we kind of holiday through a few years and see what happens to these class of 22 members, I think he will be the one that will drop off. Him and probably Clark will be the 2 guys that drop off. But in terms of his development attributes wise, I think his tackling wasn't great before. It was 9. It's sort of rising. He's heading towards that 11 area now. Marking has been around about the same. His determination, flat out the same. His teamwork and his work rate, pretty much the same. His off the ball has been poor since we started. It actually took a bit of a dip early doors, but has kind of picked itself back up again. Like I say, he's not the best player in the world. He never will be. But it'll be interesting to see what happens to him as we move on and evolve through this sort of mini-series kind of experiment type thing. But all in all, he's done well. When he's played, he's done really well for me. Okay, so it's New Year's Eve in game with a late kickoff live on the televisual box. We've gone with a lineup with the full class of 22 in. So we've got Clark, Harwood, Bunting, Much, Osborne and Davidson all in the starting lineup against Leicester. Leicester are 7th in the league, so they're not a bad team. You can see their starting lineup there and their subs. If you want to pause it, just have a little look and see who they've got. They've actually got Divock Origi on the bench. Did not notice that. They've got some good players. They've still got Ndidi that's there, Damari Gray, who's been decent for them this season, Ian Archo's there, so Maguire, who's apparently a £50 million target for Manchester City. The game has gone mad. Football is just ridiculous now for prices. Unless you're the selling club. Anyway, back on to this. I don't know what to expect from this. Ever since we got dicked by Middlesbrough, I'm a little bit worried. We're going to passionately tell the team, a team such as ours should be winning a match like this without any problem. We're going the cocky route. This could backfire on us. So we'll see. We'll sit back, relax, and let the good times roll. Why does Old Trafford look a bit like the style of the Etihad with the roof on Football Manager? I just noticed that. It's peeing it down in Manchester. That makes a change. And here we go. We're going on. Here's James, and that's the first highlight out the way. That's the first live highlight I've had on Football Manager for about 3 weeks. I haven't touched the game since I recorded the last couple of videos. Here's Bunting though, Pogba, Rashford, Clark up there. Clark. Oh, James. Go on, Clark. Clark getting involved big time. Go on. Not down much. Oh my goodness. Talk about boys, Harwood and any show. Deary me. Oh my goodness. Maybe that's why he's not at Man City anymore. He'll go score now. Oh, cleared off the line by much, I believe. Lovely ball out. Also, thank you to everybody who's downloaded the kits for the Man United. Go on. Oh, what a finish from Rashford, assisted by Jimmy the Much. What a legend. Lovely ball in from Much and a fantastic finish from Rashford. That was a delightful little move. Simple passing that. Lovely ball across and what a finish. That little figure of Much reminds me of Lee Sharp. I don't know why. Long sleeves, long shirt, out on the wing. Reminds me of Lee Sharp from back in the day. Google him if you don't know. Apparently we've been seriously overrunning midfield. Poppycock, I say to that. Yeah, go on, we'll change the crosses to floating, as it's just asked us to do. I think that's what it's asked us to do anyway. It's what it normally asks us to do. It's very rare that it says to do anything else. Some lovely play. Ian Archer misses when it seems probably easier to score. Yeah, we'll make the change to close Ian Archer down a bit because he is getting a lot of space. Harwood's no slouch, but he is struggling to keep up with him. That's it. Keep Pogba's like just a Yorkshire Terrier. He's just at you. Closing down. That's a ball over the top. He's into the area. And that is a fantastic save. Fantastic, apparently. It's not fantastic, it is fantastic. I was going to say impressive. I went for a different word. A fantastic save there. So here's Valdez. They're on it here. Is that a... Oh, thank God for that. I thought it was a penalty. Pogba giving away a free kick on the edge of the area. Nothing has come from it. Leicester have had a good few attempts. Have had a good little run at it. Why is it? I fucking told it. Oops, I said a swear word. I've told it to close him down several times now, and it's not listening. What is the point in having the option to do so if it isn't going to do what you tell it to do? It's not open as an option now, so it's been done, yet he's still managing to get too much space. Right, we're going to come in and we're going to assertively tell them that we're pleased, but to keep it up. That's had a good reaction from them, so hopefully they'll be able to keep on. We'll soon find out. Second half underway. A lot of football still to be played. And Leicester, like I say, they're 7th in the league. They've had more chances than us, more possession than us. So they're no slouches. Get it out. Well done. Here's Marcus Rashford. Is he going to ping it across? He is. Here comes Freddie Davidson. He's into the area. Sends it across. Oh, good save to deny. Oh no, hit the post, I think. To deny much. Yeah, hit the woodwork. That crossing has been particularly poor today. Well, we'll make a change, whatever the change is. Okay. Here come Leicester. Ian Archer wastes yet another opportunity. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Eric Bailly for Ashley Harwood. Because hopefully Bailly will be able to cope with Ian Archer a little bit better. And we'll leave it at that for now. Thinking of introducing Naki Williams at some point. Watch Bailly, let him score now. Go on, Marcus Rashford. Cross it to Davidson. Cross it. Davidson's missed it, and then James hits his effort against the Leicester defender, and it's out for a corner. Oh, bit of a scramble there, but the keeper has picked it up. We're starting to get into the game a bit more now. We've restricted Leicester's opportunities down, and we're starting to pick up a few more of our own. But they could hit us on the break here. What a challenge from Bunting that was. well in from Pogba to sort of cut that out. Pogba out to Much, dinks it into Davidson. Here's Freddie Davidson, sends it across to Rashford. They were queuing up for that there. Queuing up, they seemed a little bit indecisive, but still, nonetheless, it was an opportunity for us. It was an opportunity. Right. Let's do this, if it'll let me. We're going to bring off Marcus Rashford or Andre Silva, and we're going to bring off Rodriguez for Inaki Williams these last 15 plus minutes. Hopefully we don't pick up an injury or get somebody sent off now. That's normally what happens when I do that. Oh, he's done him. Well kept out by Eric Bailey. And here's Davidson. Can he get in? He can. It's saved. Oh! That has crept in. That has crept in. I think he's going down as an own goal. But Osborne put his foot through it. Osborne hit it. I think that's a Diallo own goal. It says somebody sent it into their own net. We'll have to have a look afterwards to see who it's... Oh no, we just gone here, can't we? Yeah, it's gone down as an Abou Diallo own goal. Bit harsh. But there you go. Davidson. Oh, he's at the bar. Here's Osborne. Davidson again. And it's saved. It's saved. We've surely wrapped this up now. That's harsh that that's no goal. The shot was on target. It was going... It would have gone in off the goalkeeper. It would have gone in if it went through the goalkeeper. Just because it deflected off Diallo. That's harsh for me. Oh, what a ball. Inaki Williams, good save by the goalkeeper. He's played relatively well, that goalkeeper, for Leicester. Here's Andre Silva. Oh, Osborne turns it in. He's going to claim that one. I didn't see that goal coming, but that is a third goal for United. Leicester are dead and buried in the water now. If they weren't before, they are now. Very switched off from Leicester. And there's Osborne just to slot home. Two guys, maybe three, playing in one side. I'm happy with that. This has been a good result. Another fine performance. Only one of the members of the class have gone off the field as well, and that was Harwood. Everybody else has remained on the field for the full 90 minutes. We've had an assist from one. We've had a goal from another. We've had some cracking tackles from another two. So I think we've done well there. The class has performed to a high standard, and I'm very pleased with that. Well done to everybody. So let's just have a double check then. So we've got the assist from Much. We've got a goal from Osborne, who also got man of the match, which is really good. He technically got 2 goals for me. I know it wasn't allowed to him, but he got 2 goals for me. Davidson put in a good performance. I think all in all that was a very decent showing from the boys. So we'll give them a passionate well done. That was a good win for us. And we'll crack on. Unleash the crack on. So that leaves us top of the table by 2 points, with a game in hand over Liverpool and over Arsenal. And look at Burnley. Burnley in the year 2022 are still fighting that Champions League spot. Brendan Rodgers' Swansea are 5th. That's right, Brendan Rodgers is back. Manchester City are 15th. They're having a terrible season. But all in all, I'm very pleased with that. So that's where it leaves us lying. Andre Silva, Marcus Rashford in the top goal scorers and in the average ratings. Rashford in the assists. Pogba in the yellow cards. Not great. For some reason, David De Gea is not in there. Man of the matches, Silva and Rashford again. So all in all, we've had a really decent first half of the season, if you ask me. So there you have it, guys. Episode 1 of 2018 is out of the way. We're going to be moving on with this series over the next week or two. We'll finish this first season, then we'll take it to the next step, and then the next step before we end it off. Thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. You can hit the dislike button if you want, honestly. It's fine. It's all engagement. It all helps the video. So, you know, you're allowed to not like things. It's okay. It's okay. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know who you think out of the guys is going to be probably the one to really kick on from what you've seen so far. I think Osborne has staked a big claim in today's episode. Much has played well. And what do you think will happen to Harwood when we get to the point where we holiday forwards a year or two, or maybe 5 years or something, to see what happens to them? Where do you think Harwood will end up? End up? Harwood will end up. Beautiful English. Beautiful. But let me know in the comments down below, guys. I'm out of time for now. See you in the next episode. It's been a pleasure being in your face. Bye-bye. Oh, flip my hat. I've got a different hat on. Can't flick it. Ah.